Imagine walking through the gritty streets of Sydney, where the roar of motorcycle engines sends shivers down your spine. In this shadowy underworld, one name strikes fear into the hearts of many: Angelo Pandeli. Known as the most feared Hells Angels boss in Sydney, Pandeli's story is a gripping tale of power, crime, and evasion. From his meteoric rise through the ranks of the Hells Angels to his reign of terror and elusive evasion from law enforcement, Pandeli's life is a testament to the dark allure of power. But what makes his story even more chilling? The secrets and strategies that kept him one step ahead of the law. Buckle up as we explore the life and legacy of this infamous biker gang leader. You won't want to miss this. Angelo Pandeli's journey into the criminal underworld began in the gritty streets of Sydney. Born into a working-class family, Pandeli was exposed to the harsh realities of life from a young age. His early years were marked by a rebellious streak and a fascination with the outlaw lifestyle. This fascination led him to the world of motorcycle clubs, where he found a sense of belonging and purpose. Pandeli's charisma and ruthless ambition quickly set him apart from his peers. He joined the Hells Angels, a notorious motorcycle club known for its criminal activities and strict code of loyalty. Pandeli's rise through the ranks was swift. His strategic mind and fearless demeanor earned him respect and fear among the members. He was not just a brawler, but a thinker, capable of planning and executing complex operations. By his late 20s, Pandeli had become a key figure in the Sydney chapter of the Hells Angels. His leadership style was a blend of charm and intimidation, which helped him consolidate power and expand the club's influence. Under his command, the Hells Angels grew stronger, more organized, and more dangerous, setting the stage for Pandeli's reign of terror in Sydney's underworld. Angelo Pandeli's reign of terror as the Hells Angels boss in Sydney was marked by a series of violent and strategic moves that solidified his control over the city's criminal underworld. Under his leadership, the Hells Angels expanded their operations, engaging in drug trafficking, extortion, and violent confrontations with rival gangs. Pandeli's strategic mind and ruthless enforcement tactics earned him a fearsome reputation. One of the most significant aspects of Pandeli's reign was his involvement in the Aussie Cartel, a powerful syndicate responsible for smuggling drugs worth billions into Australia. This cartel, comprising various bikie gangs and international crime syndicates, operated with a level of sophistication that made them a formidable force. Pandeli's role in the cartel included coordinating large-scale drug shipments and leveraging corrupt networks to evade law enforcement. Pandeli's reign was also marked by numerous violent incidents, including clashes with rival gangs like the Comanchero Motorcycle Club. These confrontations often resulted in casualties and heightened tensions within Sydney's underworld. Despite numerous attempts by law enforcement to capture him, Pandeli managed to evade authorities, utilizing a network of safe houses and loyal associates. His ability to stay one step ahead of the law only added to his legend and cemented his status as one of Sydney's most feared crime bosses. The Aussie Cartel is a notorious criminal syndicate that has had a significant impact on Australia's underworld. This cartel is a network of independent operators and syndicates, including various outlaw motorcycle gangs, OMCGs, like the Hells Angels, who collaborate to share resources and invest in each other's criminal activities. The cartel's operations are highly sophisticated, involving large-scale drug trafficking, money laundering, and other illicit activities. One of the key figures in the Aussie Cartel is Angelo Pandeli, who played a crucial role in coordinating drug shipments and leveraging corrupt networks to evade law enforcement. The cartel's influence extends beyond Australia, with connections to international crime syndicates, making it a formidable force in the global drug trade. The cartel's operations are marked by their ability to infiltrate legitimate businesses and institutions. For instance, authorities believe the cartel has infiltrated Australia's largest airline, Qantas, recruiting employees to help smuggle drugs into the country. This level of infiltration highlights the cartel's reach and the challenges law enforcement faces in dismantling such a well-organized network. Despite numerous efforts by authorities to crack down on the Aussie Cartel, its members continue to adapt and find new ways to operate, making it one of the most resilient criminal organizations in Australia. Angelo Pandeli has managed to evade capture despite numerous attempts by law enforcement. He is believed to be hiding in foreign safe havens, including Greece, the UAE, and Turkey. Pandeli continues to orchestrate his criminal activities from these locations, maintaining his influence over the Aussie Cartel. His ability to stay one step ahead of the authorities has only added to his legend, making him one of the most elusive and powerful figures in the Australian underworld. Law enforcement agencies continue to prioritize his capture, but Pandeli's network and resources make this a challenging task. Angelo Pandeli's influence on the Hells Angels was profound and transformative. As the president of the Sydney chapter, he brought a level of organization and strategic thinking that elevated the club's operations. Pandeli's leadership style was a blend of fear and respect, which helped him command loyalty from his members while instilling fear in his rivals. Under his command, the Hells Angels expanded their criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and violent confrontations with rival gangs. Pandeli's strategic alliances with other criminal organizations, such as the Aussie Cartel, further solidified the Hells Angels' dominance in Sydney's underworld. His ability to navigate complex criminal networks and evade law enforcement made him a formidable figure. Pandeli's influence extended beyond the club, impacting the broader criminal landscape of Australia. His reign marked a period of increased violence and sophistication in organized crime, leaving a lasting legacy on the Hells Angels and the underworld. Angelo Pandeli's reign as the Hells Angels boss in Sydney was marked by numerous high-profile incidents and conflicts that cemented his fearsome reputation. The Milpera Massacre. One of the most infamous incidents was the Milpera Massacre in 1984, a violent clash between the Hells Angels and the Comanchero Motorcycle Club. Although Pandeli was not directly involved, the event set the stage for future conflicts under his leadership. The massacre resulted in 7 deaths and numerous injuries, highlighting the brutal nature of gang rivalries. Clash with the Comanchero Motorcycle Club. Pandeli's tenure saw continued hostilities with the Comanchero Motorcycle Club. These clashes often turned violent, with shootouts and brawls becoming common occurrences. One notable incident was a shootout in a Sydney suburb, which left several members from both sides injured. Pandeli's strategic mind and ruthless tactics ensured that the Hells Angels often came out on top. Drug trafficking operations. Pandeli's involvement in large-scale drug trafficking operations brought him into conflict with both law enforcement and rival gangs. His ability to coordinate complex drug shipments and evade capture made him a prime target for authorities. Despite numerous raids and arrests of his associates, Pandeli managed to stay one step ahead, continuing his operations from the shadows. Internal power struggles. Within the Hells Angels, Pandeli faced challenges to his leadership. Internal power struggles and betrayals were not uncommon, as ambitious members sought to take control. Pandeli's ability to navigate these internal conflicts and maintain his position demonstrated his cunning and strategic prowess. Public shootouts and assassinations. Pandeli's reign was also marked by public shootouts and targeted assassinations. These incidents often made headlines, further cementing his reputation as a ruthless and feared leader. One such incident involved the assassination of a rival gang leader in broad daylight, a move that sent shockwaves through Sydney's underworld. Law enforcement crackdowns. Despite his ability to evade capture, Pandeli's operations were constantly under scrutiny by law enforcement. Numerous crackdowns and investigations targeted his network, leading to the arrest of several key associates. These efforts, however, did little to diminish Pandeli's influence, as he continued to orchestrate his criminal activities from afar. Pandeli's reign was a period of intense violence and strategic maneuvering, both within the Hells Angels and against external rivals. His ability to navigate these conflicts and maintain his position of power is a testament to his ruthless ambition and strategic mind. Law enforcement agencies have been relentless in their pursuit of Angelo Pandeli, the elusive Hells Angels boss. Despite numerous attempts to capture him, Pandeli has managed to evade authorities, utilizing a network of safe houses and loyal associates. His ability to stay one step ahead has made him a primary target for Australian law enforcement. Pandeli's evasion tactics include residing in foreign safe havens, such as Greece, the UAE, and Turkey. He continues to orchestrate his criminal activities from these locations, maintaining his influence over the Aussie Cartel. Law enforcement efforts have intensified, with international cooperation and advanced surveillance techniques being employed to track him down. The apprehension of key figures in the cartel, including Hakan Ayik and Comanchero leaders, has only heightened the urgency to capture Pandeli. Despite these efforts, his extensive network and resources make him a challenging target for authorities. Angelo Pandeli's reign as the Hells Angels boss had a profound impact on Sydney's underworld. Under his leadership, the Hells Angels became more organized and efficient, significantly expanding their criminal activities. Pandeli's strategic alliances with other criminal organizations, such as the Aussie Cartel, allowed the Hells Angels to dominate the drug trade and other illicit activities in Sydney. Pandeli's influence led to an increase in violent crime and gang-related activities, as rival gangs clashed over territory and control. His ability to evade law enforcement and maintain his operations from abroad further complicated efforts to curb the Hells Angels' activities. The increased sophistication and coordination of the Hells Angels under Pandeli's leadership set a new standard for organized crime in Sydney, making it more challenging for authorities to dismantle these networks. The media has played a significant role in shaping public perception of Angelo Pandeli. Sensationalized reports and dramatic headlines have painted him as a larger-than-life figure, both feared and fascinated by the public. Documentaries, news articles, and books have all contributed to the mythos surrounding Pandeli, making him a household name in Sydney and beyond. Angelo Pandeli's legacy is a complex one. On one hand, he is remembered as a ruthless criminal mastermind who brought terror to the streets of Sydney. On the other, he is seen as a charismatic leader who commanded respect and loyalty from his followers. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the seductive allure of power and the dark path it can lead to. Angelo Pandeli's story is a testament to the dark allure of power and the length some will go to maintain it. His reign as the most feared Hells Angels boss in Sydney is a chilling reminder of the underworld's reach and influence. Stay tuned for more gripping tales from the world of crime and intrigue. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Angelo Pandeli, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.